Hey everybody, it's Mr. Christie.
And this is Stouticus.
Just taking a look at Week 7 for Division 2B. So first game, Werewolf of Wall Street got a win
Yay!
against Broken
It's their,
Boys.
fir- it's their first win of the season.
It's always exciting to get
Took
that. They also killed a very big player.
a Blodge Guard, Mighty Blow, Stand Firm, Tomb Guardian. Yeah,
Yep.
it's a big player physically and development wise.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt a lot.
Yeah,
Must have got really nice pows on that.
yeah. I was looking through the dice log and Cutting Foxpop induced Ramtut.
Okay, yeah.
So he was fighting Tomb Guardians with a mummy, and but I believe it was one of his own players that got the kill. I think, but I'm not sure.
I mean, Reptat's a pretty good choice. He's got the 6 strength.
Yeah, when facing this team, 6 strength helps fight back against 5 strength.
And 6 strength.
I was just gonna say he does have one that's 6 strength, so yeah. Uh, there could have been an argument for Cheney for just that claw, but Naked Claw without Mighty Blow isn't as effective. So I
Now that
understand. I understand Ramtut.
But I mean, clearly Ramjet was the right choice since he got the win.
Yep.
Unfortunately, he didn't get any SVP on his baby wolf.
Yeah. Still, that wolf is at 2 SBP, I believe,
Yeah,
from game 2 of the season. That's still gotta hurt.
it was a game
And
three.
Broken Boy.
I think it was game three actually.
It,
I think he was just short of buying the new werewolf on game two.
oh, okay. I thought he had enough. And then, of course, add insult to injury, Broken Boys, their MVP falls on their dirty player, which levels and is no longer on the team.
Uh, is he not on the team anymore?
Yeah.
Well, I understand.
He did get injured in the game, but I assume he got fired because it was a leveled dirty player. Got to cut that bloat.
Yeah, I mean, for a dirty player, most skills I really or most injuries I don't really care about.
Yeah, that's why I think it wasn't the injury that
Yeah,
got him fired.
yeah, he was just niggled. So,
Okay.
but again, I don't really care since as a dirty player, you're basically just saying this player's going off the field and he's going to take someone with him.
Yeah. And because of that, you want him to be as cheap as possible, not twice his value. So,
Exactly.
uh,
Yeah, just this game looks like it was just going Werewolves of Wall Street. They barely had the ball too this game. Dice don't look. Other than injuries, doesn't look that bad for the Broken Boys. I mean, catches is 0, but you're also Camry.
yeah. Um,
I guess regen was pretty bad. Well,
no, well,
well,
1 out of it
it,
was 1 out of 3, and that one was the death. Or well, 2 that didn't work. One of them was the death.
there was the dirty player that's gone. Yeah, well, it's good. It's good to see Werewolf of Wall Street get a win after having such a rough start of a season.
Oh yeah, usually you don't want it to be in the middle of the season, but it's always good to get that first win out of the way, and it's nice to see that he's not going to go winless in this season,
Yeah.
and hopefully he can keep it going.
Oh yeah. Next up, this Slaughterfest, Rebel Rage Quit versus Hausdorff's Homewreckers. So I saw this game after hearing it was a complete bloodbath. Rebel Rage Quit lost 3 players.
Or Rabbi got rabbi'd.
Yeah.
That's all that happened.
Uh,
And
yeah. In the end, Rabbi got pitch cleared twice technically. Turn 1, the Mad Hatter, the Bull Centaur, died. A little later on, his Dirty Player Hobgoblin died, and then Peckerhead Timmy dies. His getting close to legend blocker.
yeah, Claw Palm, Jump Up, Dauntless. One of only 2 claw that he has on the team. So a huge loss.
Yeah, this was rough. I didn't see Arabi touch the ball at all that game.
No, he's got 0 possession.
Oof.
But in true fashion, there was lots of fouling in this game as well. 2 bribes for a rabbi.
Yep. Both the bribes worked.
But still couldn't overcome those injuries.
No. He like beginning of second half, he could put up 5 players. After Hausendorff scored again in the second half, he could put up 3 players. Hausendorff scores a third time, and he can only put up 1 player that woke up from a KO. Very rough game for him.
Yeah. You hate to have games like that, but it's part of being a bash team.
Yep. Next one is also a Prey-Blade game. We Chillin' versus Ragedorf. Ragedorf wins.
Yeah,
1-0.
he seemed to have taken his frustration out on losing a few dwarves this season already on We Chillin', killing 3 different elves.
Luckily, one of those deaths was on a loner, but the other is not so nice.
Yeah, that Blodgegard lineman that got the MVP as well died. A Blodge diving tackle sidestep blitzer died. So 2 very important pieces to an elf team that doesn't have that many pieces left. I think now they're down to 7 rostered players. So this game hurt in more ways than one.
Oh yeah. It's very rough. The dwarves just knocked down everything in their path. Very rough game. Next up is not nearly as brutal of a game. Frozen Dead North versus Dead Wrestler Society. A tie, and nobody died. 1 person got hurt, I think.
2. 1 person on each team suffered a Kaz.
Oh, okay, and then Frozen Dead North just regened it.
Yeah, the rest were KOs. So these 2 teams were slacking this week. They didn't get the memo that they had to kill each other. It
was a breather week for both of them.
They all just seem to stand around the ball, taking turns picking it up, then losing it, picking it up, then losing it. That's what it kind of looks like. Yep.
Not much to even say with this game.
I should actually be saying what were our predictions for these games were.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
for we both had picked Broken Boys actually, so we were wrong there. But then we were right in our predictions for the Chorfoff. We picked
yep.
Haus, Hausdorff's Homewreckers, and then we both picked Ragedorf. So we were right in those two games, and then we split on this one on the Frozen Dead North. I had them, and you had picked the Dead Wrestler Society.
Oh,
Well,
clearly this was a very evenly matched game.
yep. And actually, when we were going through it, it's kind of on the fence as to which one to pick. So, shows you how evenly it ended up being.
Very even choice. Next up, God Catch 'Em All versus Eat Man Things. Another draw, but this one at least has a death to continue the death train this division has.
A very important death. Stake Mittens lost a Blodge Guard Stand Firm Nurgle Warrior, and speaking from experience, that is going to be very painful to have lost, and it's going to be forever to level that player back up.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
he has two unskilled Nurgle Warriors, which is
That's gonna be annoying to deal with.
yeah, it's gonna hurt because they don't have anything. And it's going to be really hard to try and feed them touchdowns to get them leveled quickly when you're focused on trying to win the games and
Yeah.
keep your top spot in the division.
Yep. It was actually looking at the thing and looking at Rebel.net, and it looks like a lot more injuries happened than what actually happened. Because all the Rotters have too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, 9 injuries between them, plus 7 KOs caused by the Nurgle. So there were a lot of Kazas this game.
Yeah.
And so that's how you end up with a 1-1 draw with Nurgle and Rats.
Yeah, Eat Man Things, Always 9-2 actually got a niggle. You don't fire that because it's 2 heads, wrestle, agility up, strip ball, movement up.
Yeah, no.
But
You don't.
that's going to be pretty rough because he's going into cages.
Yeah. I don't think any of his gutters you can fire unless
Yeah,
they're dead. Pretty much.
Agility down?
If they already have plus agi, maybe not, but maybe. That might be the only one.
Yeah, because, I mean, it kind of sucks that the... Well, yeah, no, just... Agility down's probably the only thing you just fire them for. Shrink down on some of them.
Yeah. But
I wouldn't want to try to uphill dive with 1 strength.
no, on your
a cage
sacker,
diver, yeah.
that would hurt. That's probably fire, but our prediction was that the Nurgle would have won, but they tied.
Well,
Although, we could have easily have seen the Rats win or end with the tie that we saw. All depends on who gets the dice, and it seems like they each got the dice when they needed it. So,
all right. Next up, Charlestown Chiefs versus not FDA approved. Isn't done yet. Any word on that game at all?
not that I know of, no. No post in Reddit about scheduling, so I don't know.
Hopefully they just scheduled it for
Right
the
now.
last day. Right now.
I mean, still technically you should have just under 3.5 hours for REL. So I know we
Yeah.
always roll early, but I haven't seen anybody ask for an extension either in the admin channel
Yeah, so
on Discord. So who knows? It does have implications depending on if not FDA approved, can win. They move up in the leaderboard and are in striking distance of playoff and Challenger Cup spots. So it is an important game for them.
yeah. Well, we'll probably forget about it by next week, anyways. And last game, Bioware for Life versus Cheese Tactics Mark II. Cheese Tactics win this.
Which we both correctly predicted.
Yeah, the Empires also suffered a death.
It was just on a thrall.
Oh, who cares then? But the rest of the thrall, he's got 2 of his thralls got nickled though.
Oh yeah, he got beat up again. This time it wasn't the vampires as much. It was the thralls. I know he's missing 1 vampire for next game.
But movement down.
He's missing 3 or 4 thralls for the next game that he plays.
Yeah,
he's actually
next game.
He's actually sitting at 10 players.
Yeah.
4 that are vampires for next week.
Yeah, vampires really don't want to have that 11 players.
No, they don't.
Yeah, when you get results like that, just looking at the dice rolls for Bloodlust, 6 fails, so not that out of the ordinary. I was kind of thinking there might have been a... Well, no, it would have showed me badly hurt, so... Yeah, I guess he never took out any of his thralls with a badly hurt from biting them. Oh, but then I look at ball possession, I definitely see why they lost this game.
Oh yeah, no, they didn't have the ball.
No.
The one turn they did have the ball,
they scored.
It was either like a quick 2-turn pass play, or like they were able to turn Cheese over, grab it, and score, but no stalling in it whatsoever. But no, this was a game that seemed to be dominated by the Orcs.
Yep, you can see them being dominated. And then, unfortunately, Baby Swiss didn't die this game.
He lives on. And the vampires had Cheney as well too, because he got a Kaz.
Yeah, no, I think Cheney is the best choice when you're playing against Orcs.
Yeah, as a team that doesn't usually have Claw, yeah, Strength 4 and Claw help a lot.
Got that wrestle to take down. Well, usually Orcs have a lot more block.
Yeah, no, that's also why I specifically usually induce him with my necro team if I'm able to in clan is more to be a sacker with Strength 4 wrestle,
yeah,
than anything.
Very rough game for the vampires.
And next week is going to be even rougher, I think.
Yeah. So just taking a quick look at the leaderboard. We got Gotta Catch 'Em All on top still. Rage Dwarf at a pretty close second.
Yeah, staying right on his heels. Only 1 win separates them, so
Yes.
from the top spots.
And right behind him is Hauser's Homewreckers, also just one draw away from tying in points.
Yeah, and he's been coming on lately, so he's getting a good push right now, moving up the leaderboard.
Yeah. Cheese Tactics right behind them.
Surprisingly, would be in the Challengers Cup spot right now.
And
I
then,
don't know. I don't think we predicted that, but it's good to see him towards the top of the leaderboard instead of the bottom.
well, everyone wants to be at the top and not the bottom.
I know, but the running joke is how many times can Cheese get relegated, but it seems like that's not in the cards this season.
Frozen Dead North right behind him. And followed behind by Eat Man Things. That's about when it starts dropping down a lot more.
Yeah. I think up until ATL, he still has a shot at fourth place. Doesn't necessarily have a good shot at getting all the way up to number one, but he still has a shot at least, a reasonable shot at a playoff spot, Challenger Cup, postseason spot, I guess is what I should be saying, one or the other.
Well, while you mention all that, I'd like to bring up the Great Draenar's prediction program. I can't think of the name right now. Division Predictor, that's what he called it. So
And
yeah,
actually,
actually
that supports exactly what I was just saying, because you look at it, not FDA approved. After that, everybody drops down to single digits for playoff or challenge.
yeah. Although, surprisingly, not the FDA approved actually has a better chance of getting playoffs than Eat Man Things and Broken Boys.
Well, I assume that this takes into account the schedule that they have left to play.
Yep.
Right? So he probably has more games against the teams that are towards the bottom.
And if you're looking at this, though, Werewolf Wall Street actually has a chance of making playoffs. Very slim, but there's a chance.
At 0.06%, but yes, he still has a shot. He still has the dream.
It'll be a true underdog story if he gets all the way to playoffs and then wins.
Of returning to the playoffs, because he was a playoff coach last season with his team, so it'd be very fun to see him pull it off.
I actually really want to see that, the true underdog story of Rebel. And then that werewolf still only has 2 SPP by the end.
He really is the true underdog then.
Yeah, it's good. No matter how low your chance is, it's good to know that there is a chance of still going to playoffs for sure.
Oh yeah, no, you always want to have it, even if you need everything to break exactly your way, to still be in competition.
Yeah.
On week 13. You want that game to matter. You don't want it to not mean anything.
I'm also, well, I don't know how. I was thinking maybe the program could also think up touchdown differences, but that might be a little too hard. Maybe it can. I think because of how it predicts everything, it gives a chance of all possible scores from like 0 to 4 on each team.
I don't know. I think that'd be very hard to predict, but I guess it would use past games to figure out what scores would be. But
I don't know how to do this magic, but
I think that's asking a bit much. I think that's asking a bit much, because you can't take into account dice. So
Yeah. And it's pretty interesting. Seeing, like, gotta catch them all. It's very unlikely that they're not at least getting the Challengers Cup, basically.
yeah, quick math is they have over a 91% chance of going to the postseason, either the playoffs or the championship cup. So, or Challengers Cup. So, yeah, it's pretty good odds of seeing some postseason play.
Yeah, there's a less than 10% chance he can even get down to 5th.
Yeah.
But we'll see how that comes up in later weeks. I just thought it'd be good to bring this up for week 7. Good halfway point.
Oh yeah, no. Got and catch 'em all. Ragedorf and Hausdorff's home wreckers have the.
Oh yeah, the 50+%.
Best chances of holding on to their spots. So.
Doesn't mean they can slack though.
No, it doesn't. I'm not suggesting that, but yeah, it's always nice to be in the driver's seat rather than being the one that has to chase them down and hope that they lose.
Yeah. Yeah, much rather control. It's annoying when you lose because of games you can't control. That actually happened to me for the very first Stunty Cup. I ended up like a win behind, so I just had to hope the other team lost. Or I think it was actually like 2 points behind, so I just needed them to lose for that. But enough about me. Let's look at next week.
First game is Frozen Dead North versus Broken Boys.
Well, Broken Boys is hurting from last week.
They are hurting. Both these teams will be similar TV.
Yep. Frozen Dead North gets 30K inducements.
Yeah, so pretty much playing straight up.
Just a quick look at their teams. Frozen Dead North. Yeah, they're not missing anyone.
Yeah, I believe
still working with the baby wolf.
I believe they have 12 though, right? And the Khemri only have 11 for this game, unless they buy some skeletons or. Yeah, they could buy a skeleton, but I assume they're saving up to buy the Tomb Guardian.
Yeah, I would not.
They only have 50K.
I'd hope to roll a 5 on winnings and get that Tomb Guardian. Or just win and get roll a 4.
I'm gonna go with Frozen Dead North.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Frozen Dead North as well. Khemri just like having that 4 5-strength players. It really hurts when you can't have them in a game.
Yeah, I mean they'll be hurting on the strength front. I think the Necro are too mobile for the Khemri, really. And so I think they can just basically run circles around them and be able to wreak havoc on the ball while the Tomb Guardians are stuck somewhere else.
Also, the werewolves will get hungry and try and eat the skeletons, and that's just hard to win when your skeletons get eaten.
Or buried. They might just start digging holes and burying them for later.
Next up, We Chillin' versus Gotta Catch 'Em All. And I mean, I just gotta say from record, I think it's Gotta Catch 'Em All is gonna win.
Yeah, no, I would highly favor him as well. We already covered that he lost the Nurgle Warrior, but We Chillin' lost.
We Chillin's lost a lot.
Lost twice as much. As I said, he lost the Blitzer, the Blodge Step, Diving Tackle Blitzer, and the Blodge Guard Lino.
Blodge Guard Liner, yeah.
So he's down to 7 roster players for this game.
That's just 4 players to just throw on the line. That's nice. Yeah, and he's already replaced the Nurgle Warrior. Spent all the money to get that.
Yeah, but it's still a baby. So it's strength 4 and foul appearance and disturbing presence, but that's it. It's still going to be a turnover machine. It's going to get knocked down relatively easily.
Yeah. We Chillin's... Well, We Chillin's also... We Chillin's got the money to buy that back that Blitzer at least.
Yes, if they want to for this game. I would probably do it.
Yeah. They lose out on getting the Wizard, though. They're, right now, ignoring the bank. They're 200k inducements. So, the Blitzer will cause them to not get the Wizard. Yeah, still gonna go with the Sakemans on this, though.
Yeah. If that's the case, then I actually would, with this team, with these elves, I'd be highly tempted not to get the Blitzer this game.
Yeah, it's fair.
Because you have the Agi 5 Blodge Leaping Blitzer, and you have a Agi 5 Witch Elf and another Leaping Witch Elf. You have high mobility, and if you are able to pop the ball out with a lightning bolt,
yeah, it's kind of weird that just don't buy the Blitzer right now.
Yeah, you obviously would want to get it and feed it touchdowns like crazy, but it actually might. If you're playing to win this game, I would probably not go get the Blitzer.
Yeah. Yeah, playing to win, and as we saw, there's still a playoff chance for everyone. In fact, if you beat Sakemans, your chances of going to playoffs get a lot higher.
Well, that opens up the field to everybody, really.
Including yourself, so that's good. But yeah, gotta catch them all. Next up, Rubber Rage Quit versus Charlestown Chiefs. I gonna have to give it to Charlestown Chiefs. Just based off of Arabi's playstyle and the fact that he's missing some good chunks of his team.
Yeah, this is another game that actually only has a rabbi is actually getting 80k in inducements, so he's getting a bribe if he wants to use pretty much his whole bank.
I was getting 130k in inducements.
Can I not count? Yeah. No. Oh no, he's getting a skink, isn't he? Yeah, because he's missing a Saurus.
Well, also we don't know what's going to happen for. He also hasn't played his game last week, so.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
It's hard to base the inducements right now, but I still think Charlestown is going to get this.
Yeah, I I see it being a bloody week for the lizards. I think a rabbi
He's gonna buckle with. He's got.
is gonna
I
is
I
gonna be mad
I think
and
he's.
might
I think
go
he might have said
off.
that he's gonna re-roll, so he might as well take out everyone with him.
Yeah, so the lizards will probably win the game on the scoreboard, but they'll probably not win the game coming out of it with the players intact.
Oh, then again, a rabbi always plays like he's gonna murder your entire team anyway. So I guess it's not that much of a gameplay change for him.
No, but it has added incentive, which is a little scary. But it seems like we're both going with the lizard men in this game to
Yeah.
win.
Next up, Werewolf of Wall Street versus Bioware for Life.
I've already touched on it. This is going to be an uphill battle for the vampires, so I actually am going to go with Werewolf of Wall Street getting their second win of the season, 2-game win streak, because the vampires are going to have 4 vampires and the rest are thralls to 11. So what? That's 7 thralls,
Yeah,
and that's it. And that's it.
I actually think, Werewolf of Wall Street is gonna win this too. And if they're willing to spend their bank because they're 60k over, they actually get not much inducements.
Well, they're actually 60k over.
Yeah,
because of
they'll
their,
if
their
they
bank.
if they just get rid of the extra bank, they get 40k in inducements.
Oh yeah, I'm taking him at even. Yeah, if he wants to get a wizard or something else, because his team is intact and pretty much where you want it.
Yeah, he's got to drop 30. All right, so I didn't tell you this, but if you drop down 30k Werewolf of Wall Street, you can start spending some of that money also on a wizard. And you're spending all your money on that wizard. But then your opponent also doesn't get a wizard.
Yeah, but we didn't tell you that.
No, I can't give away the inducement secrets.
Oh, wise stunty coach, please tell us the inducement secrets.
You just need to be at least 10k below your opponent to go second. And you want to go second, because if you go first, anything you buy, you give to your opponent.
Yes.
So, yeah, I actually think Werewolf of Wall Street has a good chance of winning this next game.
Now, if Bioware for Life was fully intact, I think it'd be a lot closer of a game. But
Actually,
going in,
I was just thinking for
going in
Werewolf of Wall Street to get to playoffs, I think they need stake minutes to also win every single game as well. Since it's impossible for Werewolf of Wall Street to even get up to first.
yeah, it's possible.
You'll have an easier chance of getting there if one person just keeps control of first place.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me if that's the case. I mean, it also depends on who Stake Mittens is playing too. But right now, everybody is above him, so anybody Stake Mittens beats helps.
Yeah.
Cunning Fox Pup.
So
Cunning
Fox Pup, in a weird way, you need to. You want Stake Mittens to win every game. I can't remember. Have they played before already?
I was just moving through, except for week 12 when they play each other.
All right, that's the only time you want Stake Mittens to lose from now on. All right, so I got sidetracked there. Hausdorff's Homewreckers versus Cheese Tactics Mark II. I think the Chaos Dwarves are gonna get this one.
So do I. They've been on a roll recently.
They're on a roll. They have good counters to orcs.
So is Cheese, to be honest. But yeah,
I think it's the Chaos Dwarves' advantage over the orcs that sells it for me.
Yeah.
They only
have 2 of them, and they actually are missing a blocker that is Mighty Blow, Stand Firm, Guard. So they're be down a little bit of strength and guard.
But they also still have their 2 claw players. They still have all their tackle to kill Baby Swiss.
They still have all that, and they're getting 200k in inducements. Roughly, they have a little bit of bank, but
yeah, when you're below that much, when you're below, you don't even need to spend off your bank. You're gonna spend it anyways to get more money.
Oh yeah, no,
yeah. So when you're below, that's an error inducements trick. Don't spend your extra bank if you're already below them.
Giving out all sorts of sound advice. Yeah, I'd have to go with the Chaos Dwarves as well.
Yeah, they've been on a roll.
Even down that blocker, they still have more guard.
Yeah.
Just as much Mighty Blow and Claw. So, plus being able to get more.
The Bull Centaurs are a little faster. Yeah, I'm going to give that to the Chaos Dwarves. Next is Rage Short versus Not FDA Approved. Well, if we take a quick look at inducements. But also everything is going to be off because Not FDA Approved hasn't played yet.
Yeah. And they're missing one. Right now they're missing one of their legend catchers, so their TV's off.
Well, if nothing gets hurt, I think Not FDA Approved. I think they're the overdogs then. Not by much. But that means they're not getting a wizard or anything.
Yeah.
However, Rage Dwarf could buy a blitzer.
Yeah, that's what I was just looking at. They do have the money to replace their dead blitzer from a couple games ago. It'd be nice because it gives them 12 players, but then I think that puts them over.
Yeah, but it's not gonna be. Assuming nothing else happens and not FDA approved, like there's no perms on any of these players in the game they play. They're not getting that much inducements back. Not enough for, say, a wizard without spending all their bank.
Yeah. I'll go with the dwarves.
Yeah, I think I'll go with the dwarves as well. It's really hard to say if they should get that blitzer or not.
I think that's almost a game time decision in terms of you have to wait until.
Yeah, you gotta see what happens to.
Yeah.
ATL's team.
Exactly. You got to see if they play. If it's an admin decision, then obviously nobody's getting injured. But then you have to see how much money they get in the win or the tie, and
yeah.
So, but even without knowing that, I would go with the dwarves.
Yeah, I'll go with the dwarves as well. It's hard to say. Look, I know I was trying to make a joke that we try and do this before you guys finish, but it's actually a lot easier if you guys finish.
But we don't know. Maybe there was scheduling conflicts and they just couldn't play until today, or
Yeah.
they can't play at all. I mean, it happens. It's not a big deal.
It just makes our predictions harder to do. All right, last up.
Yeah.
Last up, Dead Wrestler Society versus Eat Man Things. Well, this is Eat Man Things are going to be getting 90K in inducements. They're missing their really good cage diving sacker.
Yeah, that's gonna. Although they do have a replacement, so with move 10 as well.
Yeah, but move 10 makes it for the easier one turn. But against Dead Wrestler Society, not that hard. Both. Well,
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with the Skaven. His blitzers have been on fire recently. What is Claw Palm anyway has been
yeah, this guy's
getting Kaz's left and right.
This guy's a madman.
Yeah, and the 3 gutter runners that he has are still very good.
Yeah.
So
yeah, no, those guys are really good.
I'm gonna give it to them because he has the ability to take out the skinks and the Sorai, whichever he wants to target on that turn. And if he's able to do that, if he's actually able to remove them, even with a stun for a turn, that's a big deal, I think, in this game.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna go the same every game this week, because I also think the Skaven are gonna win.
Yeah, we've agreed every single match.
The only one that I'm really not sure about is Rage York versus not FDA approved.
Well, it's the classic elf versus dwarf matchup, and it's really whose play style shows up.
Yeah,
if
that's the only one that I'd say I'd be willing to change my choice on, but I'm still gonna stick with it.
You don't want to call a tie on any of these games?
No, because I'm not super
like you
convinced.
Usually do.
That happened once. There was one time, and I also gave the score out, which I was wrong about.
That's okay. I'm just trying to poke you into picking another team. That's all.
Let's take a look at Rebel Rage Quit, because this was a team, and then it lost some pretty big players.
It honestly still is a team. Like, you could still be very competitive with this team.
Yeah, that's true.
This team, besides the bull, the one remaining bull, obviously completely losing a bull centaur is bad for this team because it's so well developed, and it's going to be hard to redevelop a bull at this level.
I don't know. Bull centaurs, compared to other strength 4 players, are a lot easier to level.
Well, G2 picking up the ball or catching the ball,
Yeah, it's a 50% chance.
But 50, the blockers,
or you pick up the ball or you don't.
Yeah, but the blockers are very well developed for the most part. The top 4, obviously, he's had to start 2 over again, but this team could still play for a few more seasons, depending on other injuries that it sustains.
Yeah. I mean, you do want more of a bench.
Yes,
Like,
it's
oh,
not in a great spot right this second,
no.
but play out the season, get money, get a new bowl, get more hobgoblins to fill out your bench, and you'd be good to go next season. You've already alluded to that. A rabbi has alluded to re-rolling. I believe he said into chaos, into a proper kill team. I think is what he said.
I mean, one that doesn't need doubles for claw.
Yeah.
And everyone can just get claw palm.
Yeah. That is the one lacking spot on this team is prior to the blocker that died, he only had 2 claw. But now he's down to 1. So that would hurt, but it's nothing you can't overcome.
Yeah. I don't know if the market would be super. I'm sure people would actually take those highly developed not claw blockers.
Yeah. Any of the top 4, I
Yeah.
even the Nigel Palmer legend. I mean, I think any Chorf coach would take those in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah. Most legends are worth just getting off the market.
Yeah, but even those other ones don't have claw. One is 10 SPP away from possibly getting it. The other ones are a long way away, but those are still good pieces.
Yeah. And these hobgoblins, I guess, are just going into the shredder after if he rerolls his team.
Yeah, they might get to the shredder before the market.
I don't
before
think
the end of the season.
The Bull Center, I don't think anyone's going to really buy though.
No, the market, I don't think would buy it.
Yeah.
It doesn't usually take perms unless they're ones that
you got like doubles and stuff.
Yeah, you have to have doubles. The player has to have a certain number of skills. If it's like a Chorf blocker that is agi busted, or a Saurus that's agi busted, or a big guy that's
a Saurus that's agi busted is just a Saurus.
Yeah, I know. You know what I'm saying? Something that's like agi 2, and that doesn't mean anything really. They'll overlook those, but armor bust, agi bust. I don't think anybody's gonna buy it. I don't think the market would buy it.
One day I'd like to put up a player on the market, a very specific kind of player. It's a Snotling that has 3 in every stat. I don't think anyone would care about it.
Three in every stat, so 2 armor busts.
2 movement busts and 2 strength ups. It's an awful player, but has 3 in every stat.
Yeah.
No air player could say they have that stat line.
No, but I don't think any other player would want that stat line.
Nope. Not even Snotlings would want that stat line. Well, I'm starting to ramble, so I guess we should wrap this up.
Yeah, I mean, losing those 2 pieces hurt, obviously, but there is still a team here. I don't think he has any intention of keeping it, but there is a team, and at least 4 good players that could end up on the market for the other Chorf coaches, because they don't need any more good players.
I just noticed his new blocker he hired is named Arabi.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I don't quite
Actually,
know what that means though.
I was starting to think maybe his chorps just used the generic names, but no, they all look pretty hand typed in.
No, yeah, no, they're not. Um, they're not default names.
All right. So yeah, pretty one sided on the choices we picked for next week. But I'd always like to see upsets. And if Baby Swiss dies, that's great too.
Yeah, for every coach we picked against, go out and prove us wrong. Make us go 0 for 7.
That'd be great to see. Actually, I want to see that more now. Specifically, everyone proving us wrong. If even one of you goes the same as us, I won't care. All right. So until next week, bye.
See ya.